Hello students, welcome to the new video. Today we have a data. Okay, so depending upon this data, like activity and its duration, we have to first draw a network diagram, then find a critical path and total project duration, and lastly find different types of floats. So in this video we are focusing mainly on different types of floats. So all of you know different types of floats: independent float, free float, total float. So in this video I am going to tell you how to draw or how to find out all these floats. So for this purpose, first of all you need to draw first network diagram. Depending upon this data given, we have to first draw network diagram. So let us start. So in this data, activity and its duration is given. So starting from 0th activity, 0 to 1. Having duration of 2 days. Now 1 to 2. Having duration of 8 days. 1 to 3. Having duration of 10 days. Now 2 to 4. Having duration of 6 days. After 2 to 4, 2 to 5 is there. 2 to 5. Activity 2 to 5. So activity 2 to 5 is having duration of 3 days. After this, activity 3 to activity 4. Activity 3 to activity 4. We can join this. Okay, having duration of 3 days. Activity 3 to activity 6. No, activity 3 to activity 6. We will draw first activity 6. So in this 3 to 6, project duration is 7 days. Sorry, activity duration 7 days. Now 4 to 7. 4 to 7 is having duration of 5 days. 5 to 7. 5 to 7 having duration of 2 days. And lastly 6 to 7. Activity 6 to activity 7 having duration of 8 days. Okay. So in this way, a network diagram depending upon this data is drawn. Now we will calculate the values of TE and TL. So TE means early event time and TL latest arrival time. So these value already we have calculated in previous video. So again we have to calculate the values of early event time. So let us start for calculation of early event time with the help of forward fast method. Okay. So TE value, early event time. So at this point early event time is 0th day, therefore early event time is 0. TE again for event number 1, 0 plus 2, 2. Okay, for 1 to 2, 2 plus 8 means early event time plus duration. Okay, for 1 to 3, TE value will be 2 plus 10, 12. Okay, for 2 to 5 value 10 plus 3, 13. Okay, for activity number 2 to 4, TE value will be 10 plus 6, 16. Okay, so again we have to consider one thing. At event number 4, there are two activities comes. Activity number 2 to 4, activity 3 to 4. So we have to consider maximum value for early event time. Okay, so from this way, from 2 to 4 way, 10 plus 6 total 16 number of days, and 12 plus 3 total 12 plus 3 15. Okay, here 15. So we have to take maximum value for TE. So here maximum value is 16, therefore we will take 16 as a value for TE for event number 4. Okay, Event number 6, t value will be 12 plus 7, 19. Okay. And lastly, add event number 7. So event number 7 is somewhat critical. So we have to take care. 3 activities comes to event number 7. 5 to 7, 4 to 7 and 6 to 7. So we have to consider maximum value for event number 7. So first of all, let us go with activity 5 to 7. Okay. 13 plus 2, 15. Here 16 plus 5, 21. And here 19 plus 8, 27. So which is maximum value? 27. So we will take maximum from 3. So TE value for event number 7 will be 27. Okay. So in this way all the values of early event times are calculated. Okay. Now we will calculate values of TL, that is latest allowable time. So starting from event number 7, TL value will be equal to total project duration 27. Okay, so 27 minus 8, TL value will be here 19. 19 minus 7, here TL value will be 12. Okay, so let us go with this way. 27 minus 5, TL value will be 22. Okay, so now we have to consider event number 3. Here event number 3, from event number 3, 2 activities divergence. Okay, so 3 to 4 and 3 to 6. 2 activities are there diverging from event number 3. So from this way, from 3 to 6 line, TL value will be here 19 minus 7, 12. Okay, again we have to calculate TL value from this way. 22 minus 3, 19. Okay, so already for early event time we have considered maximum value, and for latest allowable time we have to consider minimum value from both the way. So minimum value is 12. So we will consider TL value here 12. Okay, so now 12 minus 10. Now we will go from this way first. 27 minus 2. 25. Okay, so 25, again 25 minus 3. So TL value. Okay. For event number 2, again there are 2 activities, 2 to 5 and 2 to 4. So again we have to consider minimum value from both sides. First of all, we will calculate value from this side. 25 minus 3, 22. And from this side, 22 minus 6, 60. So we have to consider minimum value for latest allowable time. Okay, we have already considered maximum value for early event time, and we have to consider minimum value from both the sides. So here minimum value is 60. So here TL value will be 60. Okay, so up till now all the values are calculated. So we will consider event number 1. Okay, so we have to find out the TL value for event number 1. So again from event number 1 there are 2 activities diverging, 1 to 2 and 1 to 3. Again we have to consider both. So 16 minus 8, 8, and here 12 minus 10, 2. So we have to consider minimum value. So here TL value will be 2. And lastly, for event number 0, TL is equal to 2 minus 2, 0. Okay, so in this way, all the values of early event time and latest allowable time are calculated. After this, we will calculate critical path and total project duration. So there are some conditions which must be fulfilled to calculate or to find out the critical path in the network. So critical path, some conditions are there. First is maximum project duration. Okay, so in this network diagram, we have 4 ways to reach up to the final event, that is event number 7. We can go from this way, we can go from this way, also third route is there, we can go from this way, and finally we can go from this way also. So all four ways, with by considering all four ways, you have to consider maximum project duration, maximum duration required to complete the project. Okay, so that is the critical path. Also, all the TE and TL values, all the values of early event time and latest allowable time should be same on that path. Then only that path is called as critical path. Okay, so we will consider first maximum project duration. Okay, so let us start with part number 1, that is from 0, 1, 2, 5, 7. So 2 plus 8 plus 3 plus 2, total 15. Okay, second path is 0, 1, 2, 4 and 7. So 2, 8 plus 6 plus 5, 21. Okay, third is 0 to 1, 1 to 3, 3 to 4 and 4 to 7. So 2 plus 10, 12, 15 and plus 5, 25. And lastly 0 to 1, 1 to 3, 3 to 6 and 6 to 7. So 2 plus 12, 19 plus 8, 27. So maximum project duration you can find 27 days from this way: 0 to 1, 1 to 3, 1 to 6 and 6 to 7. Also second condition is there, all TE and TL values should be same. So you can consider TE0, TL0, TE2, TL2, TE12, TL12, TE19, TL19, TE27, TL27. That means all the values of TE and TL values are same. Therefore, this is the critical path. So you can we can double underline. So double line shows the critical path. So critical path is event number 0 to 1, 1 to 3, 3 to 6 and 6 to 7, and maximum project duration is equal to 27 days. So in this way, the critical path and the maximum project duration is calculated. Hope you understood it. Now the third point is remaining, that is find out different types of floats. Already we have drawn Neaton diagram and find out critical path and total project duration. Now find out different types of floats. Okay, so for that purpose we need to prepare a table like this, starting from activity, its duration, early start time, early finish time, latest finish time, latest start time. Also different columns are there like slack of head event. Slack of head event means difference between TE and TL values of head event. Slack of tail event, that means difference between the TE and TL values of tail event. Also different types of floats like total float, free float, independent float and interfering float. Okay, so let us start with EST, that is early start time. Okay, so when we are talking about activity 0 to 1, okay, so in that activity 0 is starting activity and activity 1 is end activity. So 0, 1, activity 0 to 1. So we have to consider early start time of starting activity. Its name suggests early start time. That means starting activity. So we need to consider the value of all TE values of starting activity. For example, 0 to 1, starting activity is 0, take the value of TE, that is 0. Now activity 1 to 2, activity 1 to 2, in this activity, activity 1 is starting activity and activity 2 is ending activity. Therefore, consider TE value of starting activity, that is T is equal to 2. Also 1 to 3, starting activity is 1. Again, EST will be 1, EST will be 2. Okay, now 2 to 4. 2 to 4. In this starting activity is 2. Consider T value 10. Again, activity 2 to 5. activity 2 to 5. Starting activity is 2, therefore consider T value 10. Now 3 to 4, activity 3 to activity 4. Starting activity is 3, consider T value 12. Now 3 to 6, 3 to 6, again starting activity 3, consider T value 12. 4 to 7, activity 4 to activity 7. Starting activity is 4, therefore consider T is equal to 16. 5 to 7 and 6 to 7. 5 to 7, starting activity is 5, T value will be 13. And lastly 6 to 7. 6 to 7, starting activity 6, T value here is 19. So consider 19. Okay, so in this way all EST values are calculated. Now EFT. How to calculate EFT? So EFT is equal to EST, that is early start time plus duration. Okay, so early start time plus duration. So 2 plus 0 here 2, it is early start time plus its duration. 0 plus 2, 2, 2 plus 8, 10, then 12, 10 plus 6, 16, 10 plus 3, 13, 12 plus 3, 15, 12 plus 7, 19, 16 plus 5, 21, 13 plus 2, 15, 19 plus 8, 27. So in this way all early finish time values are calculated. So now latest finish time. So latest finish time, when we are talking about latest finish time, we need to consider the value of TL. Okay, previously we have taken EST value, that is early start time. So in this case we have considered TE value of starting activity. Now we will consider for LFT, that is early finish time, the TL value of ending activity. For example, 0 to 1. Here 0 is starting activity, 1 is ending activity. So we need to consider TL value of ending activity. So TL value of ending activity is here 2. Okay. Now 1 to 2. 1 to 2. Here ending activity is 2 and we need to consider TL value 16. Now 1 to 3. 1 to 3. Here ending activity is 3 and we need to consider TL. TL is equal to 12. 2 to 4. 2 to 4. Ending activity 4. TL value is 22. Now next is activity 2 to 5. Activity 2 to 5. Ending activity is 5 and TL value is 21. Okay, like this. Now 3 to 4. Activity 3 to activity 4. Ending activity is 4. TL 22. 3 to 6. Ending activity 6. TL 19. 4 to 7. 4 to 7. Ending activity 7. TL value is 27. Now activity 5 to 7. Activity 5 to 7. Ending activity 7. TL 27. Like this, activity 6 to 7. Ending 7. TL 27. Okay, so like this, all the values of latest finish times are calculated. Now next is latest start time. So latest start time, how we can calculate latest start time? Latest start time is equal to latest finish time minus duration. So use this formula. Latest start time is equal to LFT minus duration. So LFT here 2. 2 minus 2 here 0. LFT 16. 16 minus 8 8. LFT here 12. 12 minus 10 2. Here LFT 22. 22 minus 6 16. 25 minus 3, 22. 22 minus 3, 19. 19 minus 7, 12. 27 minus 5, 22. 27 minus 2, 25. And lastly 27 minus 8, 19. So in this way all the values of LST with the formula LST is equal to LFT minus durations are calculated. Now the values of slack of head event and slack of tail event. So what is meant by slack of head event? So if you consider these event number 1 and event number 2, so this is tail event. Event number 1 is tail event and event number 2 is head event. Already this concept is explained. Okay, so slack of head event. So whenever the head this term comes, so we need to consider the details about the head event. So in this slack of tail event is there. So tail event is this, and we need to consider all the details of tail event. So first of all, slack of head event. So as activity 0 to 1, activity 0 to 1, this is tail event and this is head event. So we need to consider or we need to calculate difference between TE and TL values of head event. So what is slack of head event? Slack of head event is difference between values of TE and TL of head event. So activity 1 to 0 to 1. Here we need to consider the head event this. One is head event and difference between TE and TL value. 2 minus 2, 0. Activity 1 to 2. Head event is this. 16 minus 10, 6. Activity 1 to 3. Activity 1 to 3, 3 is head event. So difference between TE and TL values, 12 minus 12, 0. Again 2 to 4. 2 to 4. This is a head event and difference between TE and TL values, 22 minus 16. 4 plus to 6. Now 2 to 5. 2 to 5. Okay, 5 is head event and difference between TE and TL value, 25 minus 13. So 12. Next is 3 to 4. 3 to 4. 4 is head event and 16 minus 22. Okay, 16 minus 22 is again 6. 3 to 6. Activity 3 to 6. 6 is head event, 19 minus 19, 0. 4 to 7. 4 to 7. 7 is head event, 27 minus 27, 0. Again 5 to 7. 5 to 7, 4 to 7 and 6 to 7. For all these activities, 7 is head event and difference between TE and TL values are 0. 0, 0, 0. Okay. So all these are the values of slack of head event. Now slack of tail event. So we need to take the values of tail event first. 0 to 1. This is tail event. TE and TL value difference is 0. 1 to 2. 1 to 2. 1 is tail event. So TE and TL value 2 minus 2, 0 again. Okay. 1 to 3. 1 to 3. 1 is head event. Sorry, 1 is tail event. So TE minus TL, 0. 2 to 4. 2 to 4. 2 is tail event. So 16 minus 10, 6. 2 to 5. 2 to 5. 2 again is tail event. 16 minus 10, 6. Next is 3 to 4. 3 to 4. 3 is tail event. 12 minus 12, 0. Now next is 3 to 6. So 3 to 6 is this. 3 is again tail event. 12 minus 12, 0. 4 to 7. 4 to 7. 4 is tail event. 22 minus 16, 6. 5 to 7. Activity 5 to 7. 5 to 7. 5 is tail event. 25 minus 13, 12. And lastly 6 to 7. At 26 to 7, 6 is 10, 11, 19 minus 19, 0. So in this way, the values of slack of head event and tail event are calculated. Okay. Now we will calculate total float, free float, independent float, and interfering float. Okay. So starting with free float. Total float. We need to calculate first total float. So total float is equal to LST minus EST. Latest start time minus earliest finish time. Early start time. So LST minus EST. So here LST and EST. LST and EST. So LST minus EST. So we need to deduct the value of EST from LST. So LST 0 minus 0, 0. Okay. 8 minus 2, 6. 2 minus 2, 0. 16 minus 10, 6. 22 minus 10, 22 minus 10, 12. Here 19 minus 12, 7. 12 minus 12, 0. 22 minus 16, 6. Here 25 minus 13, 12. And lastly 19 minus 19, 19 minus 19, 0. So in this way total float is also calculated. Now next is free float. So free float is equal to total float minus total float minus slack of head event. Okay, slack of head event. So free float is equal to total float minus slack of head event. So first of all you need to locate first total float. So total float minus slack of head event. So you need to deduct slack of head event from total float. 0 minus 0, 0. 6 minus 6, 0. 0 minus 0, again 0. 6 minus 6, 0. 12 minus 12, 0. 7 minus 6, 1. 0 minus 0, 0. 6 minus 0, 6. 12 minus 0, 12. And 0 minus 0, 0. So these are the values of free float. Now independent float. So independent float is equal to free float minus slack of tail event. Okay, so free float, we need to calculate the values of independent float. So free float, these are the value of free float. Free float minus slack of tail event. So free float, independent float. Independent float formula is given. Free float minus slack of tail event. So free float is 0. Slack of tail event is 0. 0 minus 0, 0. 0 minus 0, 0. Again this 0. Free float minus 0 slack of event 0. 0 minus 6. So we will not write negative point here. Okay, therefore we will write here 0. Okay, 0 minus 6 is generally minus 6, but we will not write minus 6 here. Here 0 minus 6, 0. 0 minus 6 again 0. 1 minus 0, 1. 0 minus 0, 0. 6 minus 6, 0. 12, sorry, 12 minus 12, 0, and lastly 0 minus 0, 0. So all these are the value of independent float. Okay. Now we will calculate lastly interfering float. So interfering float is difference between difference between total float and free float. Interfering float is equal to total float minus free float. Free. Okay. Total float minus free float. So total float minus free float. So for interfering float, we need to deduct the values of total free float from total float. So total float 0 minus 0, 0. 6 minus 0, 6. 0 minus 0, 0. 6 minus 0, 6. 12 minus 0, 12. 7 minus 1, 6. 0 minus 0, 0. 6 minus 6, 0. 12 minus 12, 0. And 0 minus 0, 0. So in this way the interfloating float values are here. So in this video again I will take the review. Depending upon this data we have drawn the network diagram. Also we have find out the total project duration and critical path. And also depending upon the data we have calculated the different types of float, that is total float, free float, independent float and interfering float. So for that purpose you need to prepare a table like this, starting from activity, its duration, early start time, early finish time, latest finish time, latest start time, slack of head event, slack of tail event, total float, free float, independent float and interfering float. So all these are the content of this table. So carefully see the video to understand this concept. So this is very simple example and you all students need to remember this, because this type of example will be asked in your examination. So thank you for joining the lecture. Hope you understood the whole lecture. Thank you.